Hello, I'm Antonio Mora. This is the News and News.com Day in Brief. Today's top stories in 4 minutes. It's Monday, October 29th at about 7 p.m. Instead of honoring the victims of the worst attack against Jews in American history, or celebrating those who ran toward danger at the Pittsburgh synagogue to help, or condemning those who espouse violence, much of the discussion today is, again, centered around politics. One journalist actually argued on Monday afternoon that President Trump has radicalized more people than ISIS. And the White House defended Trump's response to the massacre and the mail bomb, saying he bears no responsibility for the current tensions in American society. I'll have more on that in my alternate universes segment in just a minute. The synagogue shooting suspect appeared in court today in a wheelchair. Federal prosecutors will seek the death penalty. Trump and the First Lady will visit Pittsburgh to grieve with the community on Tuesday, but Jewish leaders in Pittsburgh disagree as to whether the president is welcome. Another accused face of hate and domestic terrorism appeared in court today. Federal prosecutors announced they would also seek the death penalty for the mail bomb suspect. Another bomb, this one intended for CNN, was intercepted in Atlanta. It's not clear whether more bombs are out there. The U.S. military will now deploy 5,000 troops to the southwest border. That is 6 times what was originally announced. The purported mission is to stop the caravan of asylum seekers and migrants heading toward America. On Twitter Monday, Trump called the caravan an invasion of our country, and our military is waiting for you. The caravan is weeks away from arriving, but the announcement almost certainly came today because the midterms are next week, and immigration is seen as a potentially potent issue for the GOP. 189 people are feared dead on a Lion Air flight that crashed into the sea soon after takeoff from Jakarta, Indonesia. The plane, a new Boeing 737 MAX 8, had reported problems the night before, but had been pronounced airworthy. German Chancellor Angela Merkel, Europe's longest-serving leader, announced her current term will be her last. She said she would not run later this year to remain the head of her Christian Democratic Party, and that she would not run for chancellor in 2021. Merkel has dominated European politics for the past 13 years. In our alternate universe segment, the great divide between conservative and liberal media, I say this far too often these days, but it didn't take long before the TV coverage of the Pittsburgh massacre made me embarrassed to be a journalist. Much of the focus quickly turned away from the horror of the massacre and the victims to become a political debate. Trump deserved the lion's share of the blame for the speed in which that happened, getting the political debate flowing when he made the meaningless comment that an armed guard could have prevented the shooting. An army battalion could have stopped it too. Maybe an expert knife thrower or an armed rabbi. It was worthless speculation. And why go there, especially in the immediate aftermath of the killing of 11 innocents at their place of worship? Of course, an armed guard might not even have helped at all if the shooter killed the armed guard first, then gone on to kill everybody else. Also, where does it end? Does Trump want armed guards everywhere? It was a plainly dumb comment on every level. The President of the United States has a special responsibility in his reluctance to consistently condemn hatred, often fanning flames of division, is shameful. But Democrats, including House Minority Whip Steny Hoyer, weren't far behind, demanding Trump apologize for dividing America by race and faith just hours after the massacre. Especially in its immediate aftermath, another plainly dumb comment on every level. Of course, CNN couldn't control itself and turned a ridiculously large part of its coverage over to focusing on Trump's armed guard comment and politics. Plainly dumb on every level. Then Fox, to nobody's surprise, couldn't be restrained, turning much of its coverage into a pro-Trump NRA commercial, defending the need for more armed guards and attacking liberal media for attacking Trump. Plainly dumb on every level. Online, Fox's headline Sunday was "Enemy of White People. Synagogue massacre suspect posted anti-Semitic rants, also ripped Trump." Again, this is much less than 24 hours after a horrible massacre, and the focus is on defending Trump by distancing him from the shooter. And it wasn't just TV news. Within hours, the Washington Post had an article, not an opinion piece, implying Trump deserved blame for the massacre because he has fostered a toxic environment for political violence. Another online piece tried to connect the suspect to Trump because the suspect allegedly espoused conspiracy theories similar to some Trump has mentioned. One narrative linked the suspect to the GOP, describing him as a right-wing crazy for his views on immigration. Another narrative connected him to Democrats because of his anti-Trump rage. It's all dishonest. It just makes the environment even more toxic. Don't believe all the media chest thumping. They're not helping. We have all those stories and much more updated around the clock 7 days a week on newsandnews.com, where you will find all you need to know in one place. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel by clicking on the right of your screen just below this video. And please follow us on Facebook at Real News and News, and follow me on Twitter at AMora TV. I will see you again tomorrow.